Welcome to another one of Hatfield Public Library's brand new unboxing video series. I'm Eliza.
I'm Amber.
And today we have a box of DVDs.
And a Hannah.
That's Hannah, our children's librarian, who sometimes sneaks in to cause trouble while we're unboxing. Just ignore her. Just ignore her. Anyways, we have a box today, DVDs, grown-up books, and I don't know what else. Sometimes there's just random stuff in a box, so we will see. You want to go first?
Right off the bat, I see one that looks really interesting.
Oh my God.
Renegades by Marissa Meyer.
Who wrote the Cinder Chronicles about...
which I didn't read, but you make it sound really good.
I read them, and Hannah read them.
And I love them.
And everybody but Hannah read them.
Yeah. So these books are, so she writes, she's a YA author, and at least the other books, is this in the same series? Do you know?
This is, I think, a brand new series.
The other series is retellings, kind of steampunk, futuristic science fiction retellings of fairy tales. And she does some other ones too. These are the Cinder series.
They were everywhere. They were really good.
She's a good storyteller, very easy to read.
The Man from the Train, the solving of a centuries-old serial killer mystery. I'm not a huge true crime reader myself. I'm more of a novel person, but they're super popular at the library, and this one's gotten great reviews.
Stuart Woods, quick and dirty. This probably has a million holds on it.
Yeah, I feel like I can name 5 patrons off the top of my head who are going to want that book.
Yeah, exactly.
This one sounds really cool. This is A Brief History of Everyone Who Ever Lived, which is someone who basically uses DNA to look at the genealogy of the human race. Is it genetics? It's nonfiction, and it sounded really interesting.
Calling a Wolf a Wolf. It's a book of poetry by Tava Akbar. I like this book because it looks like it'll be a really quick read.
Also poetry.
Yeah, we don't get a ton of poetry, but the stuff that we get is really good.
No, we don't get a ton of poetry, but sometimes they're just ones that are really popular. This one had a ton of holds, and it looked really interesting, so why not? Here's another one where we can name like a whole bunch of patrons who are waiting for this book. Joe Hill, Strange Weather. And this is actually novellas rather than a whole novel, but yeah, that sounds fun.
Next, we have Friends Divided. It's about John Adams and Thomas Jefferson. The author is Gordon Wood, and it is a nonfiction, naturally.
There have been a lot of those sort of dual biographies lately. I think it's a cool way to look at history. Red Fanman, Stalin's War on the Ukraine, another history book that's been getting good reviews.
Mind Game by Iris Johansson, another one with a lot of interest, popular interest.
Oh, interesting. Look, this one is called The State of Affairs Rethinking Infidelity. That's something I feel like you always hear about, like, oh, maybe we should have open marriages, but then I don't actually know anybody who does that, so it might be interesting to read the book and see what kind of conclusions they come to. So I really like that there's like the 2 matchsticks and then there's the other matchstick. That's not in the box.
This I feel like I've heard about recently. The Water Will Come, Rising Seas, Sinking Cities, and the Remaking of the Civilized World by Jeff Goodell.
I listened to his interview on Fresh Air, and it was not like comforting. I didn't listen to it right before.
It wasn't like a breath of fresh air?
No. It was more like, oh my God, run and hide someplace high up away from the ocean. This little book recommended by one of our trustees called On Tyranny, about what to do if you find yourselves living under a tyrannical government, which hopefully we won't be, but I guess, democracy is one of those things we can't take for granted.
Uncommon Type, Some Stories, written by the actor Tom Hanks.
And people are saying it's really good. Sometimes people who know me know that sometimes I'm skeptical when celebrities start writing books.
Yeah, that's why I kind of looked at it. I thought, I don't know,
but people say this one is actually really good.
I mean, he looks like he knows what he's talking about in that picture.
He always looks like he knows what he's talking about. We can save the DVDs for last.
Yeah.
Michael Connolly, another one who is just super, super popular at the library. 2 Kinds of Truth.
All She Left Behind by Jane Kirkpatrick. It looks like it takes place in the 1870s.
Historical fiction.
Yep.
Sisters First, which is about Jenna and Barbara Bush, the two sisters. Their story of growing up, which is pretty interesting. I mean, I feel
In the
like
White House, yeah.
kids of presidents who end up living in the White House, not a normal childhood.
No.
Not the kind of childhood my kids are having.
Unqualified by Anna Faris, and she's been in publicity a lot because of her divorce. Right. So it seems like a good time to come out with a book.
Yeah.
I guess.
I like these funny memoirs from comedians and stuff. They go out a lot.
I hope it's funny, at least.
I think it should be funny. And maybe she wrote it before. It shouldn't be me. And this is called The Power of Moments by Chip and Dan Heath. I don't know if anybody's read Made to Stick or Switch, which is about how to make change be effective, but I've actually read them both and they're really, really good. I highly recommend them. I haven't read this one yet because it just barely came in the box, but I hope that it's as good as the other ones.
And now we just have a few DVDs. Yeah. This first one, I don't think I've heard of Ingrid Goes West, but it has Aubrey Plaza, who is very, very funny. This looks like it's probably just going to be hilarious.
So I watched the preview for that one, and basically she moves to LA and starts stalking a celebrity, and
very, very funny. Yeah. Probably inappropriate.
But maybe it was a little bit of a dark side too, where she's has to come to terms with her. You know, you're not supposed to really stalk people.
Yeah.
Public service announcement. Mm-hmm. The Dark Tower.
I kept wanting to see this in the theaters, and I'm so excited that we have it at the library now.
Looks a little intense for me. It's okay.
This is Vera Set 7.
Yeah, she's
TV
a really
show.
popular TV detective. Who looks like someone you would not want to mess with.
Yeah, no way.
I think my parents watch that and really like it. Oh my goodness, Kidnap by Holly Berry.
She looks really fierce on the cover.
So fierce.
Yeah.
So fierce.
I don't think I'll end up seeing that one. It's too much for me.
Too much running around.
Person to Person. It looks like kind of maybe an independent type film. It has Michael Cera in it. That's the only one that I recognize, but could be interesting.
And this is called The Journey, and it's it's about Northern Ireland. Sort of a smaller, yeah.
Yeah,
it's a political thing, but it's not a documentary. No kidding. Maybe it is a documentary. Stay tuned. We'll figure out if it was a documentary before we put it in the library, so we can put it in the right spot. But it got really good reviews, and it's, again, like a smaller film, but I think a lot of people are going to like it.
And last but not least is Cars 3. I haven't seen any of the Cars movies, but I'm sure that...
You haven't seen any of the Cars movies?
No, I'm not.
Okay, I haven't seen Cars 2, but you should definitely see Cars 1.
I'm sure that a lot of people will
Cars,
enjoy this movie.
Yeah. Including my children.
That's it.
That was it? Oh my goodness.
Do you want to say bye? Hannah has been here the whole time. Do you love our scarves?
This is the scarf edition.
Scarf day.
Yes.
See you next time.
Bye.